young lady went over Africa. She lost her life, and we know it definitely it wasn't by nobody springing up, putting a rope around or nothing. We know it definitely was not that. They always say signs and symbols are for a conscious mind. A lot of things we learn in life, we learn from our parents, whether it's our mothers or our fathers or somebody, grandmother, somebody. We learn these type of things. These are behaviors we learn. Their daughter learned from her mother 110%. Hey, don't, just like we want, just like Serena Williams. She was the same way. She was joned on and talking about being a head nappy and nappy head and all that. So she figured like, I'm gonna have a biracial child, so nobody will be able to talk about my child like they talked about us because you didn't love yourself. Now, since you Bible toting people and Bible talking about what it says in the Bible, John 8:44. Make sure y'all read that. Once again, let me repeat that. John 8:44. You are of your father, the who? The devil. The truth, he was a murderer and a liar from the beginning, and the truth is not in you. I'm just paraphrasing it, but look at it for yourself. John 8:44 in your Bible. For you Bible people, y'all want to continue to praise his word. Pray for her and pray for her for what? She prayed on black man. We're gonna keep it 100. I'm a black man. I love my black woman, but she did the ultimate. She went on social media, talk about black men don't do nothing for nobody, they don't just talk about you and everything. But what does you pray? That's what you pray for. You got what you pray for. That's what I say. Be careful what you pray for, because you might get it, and you got it. So therefore, you never have to worry about having no biracial children because you're no longer here. And we're gonna listen to Mother real quick, and we're gonna get back into this. Listen what she got to say.
She's no longer here with us, and we're trying to find out why. The latest.
You know why. You know why. You still married to you. You have not one time have nobody on social media heard her husband, which is a clear person, speak out. Nobody yet. Nobody heard her husband, stepfather, whatever he is to her, spoke out about nothing that. Because he's just like him. They say birds of the feather, they flock together. And don't be surprised one day you might hear her mother get deleted by this same clear people, man. Once again, I want to say about you girls that call yourself bad bitches. And y'all want to call yourself, but if I call you a bitch, you'll go, oh, that nigga called me a bitch, and he did this, he called me a bitch. Who you calling a bitch? Y'all call yourself bad bitches. But you was a bad bitch that flew across the world to go with this clear man that had no intentions on April Fool. Then April 1st or whatever, he proposed to you. That was a fool. That was a lie. You know how April Fool, we call people up and put jokes on and everything? But he made his joke for real though. He wasn't playing with it. And you can tell how sassy she come out of her mouth. She talks real crazy, real reckless. Probably talking, you got a little pink D and all that PP and all that. And she probably sometimes clear people and black people, black men also, they get kind of offended by that. She was too much. She was too sassy. She pops out her mouth, too sassy for him, and he couldn't deal with that. He was never going to deal with. He was never going to marry. That was a fake out. And tell me this: who do you know that you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, and all of a sudden you just get an outrageous insurance policy? And I'm quite sure it was no $1 million insurance policy. Make it make sense. How many people that's in my life right now will tell me that you going with somebody for a year and you get a life insurance policy? And you just like you said, he figured like, man, ever since he been with her over a year and something, a year and a half, ever since he been with this black woman, he probably said, and I'm gonna excuse my language for people that, man, this black bitch is bad luck. He was losing everything. He was like 85, 80% of losing everything. Everything he touched. His crypto stuff started going downhill. He said, shit, I'm gonna make this up with her. I gotta get her. And then she probably said, that's what you get. You broke my ammo. And, how some of y'all black women is. Or you broke, you act like you broke this and that. And sometimes it strokes a man's ego, but it also makes his ego belittle him. And he figure like, I'm the king. He's a billionaire. Allegedly, that's what we hear. We don't see that he's a billionaire. We heard that he's a billionaire, but he lost a lot of millions ever since he was dealing with her. So he got to the point where, I'm tired of this. But once again, getting back to this young lady, right? She called herself
Details coming out of
she called herself being a bad bitch, right? When you call yourself, and a lot of influencers are bad bitches, as y'all call yourself. I didn't say it. You call yourself. Y'all putting on this Fendi, Gucci, Prada, all this stuff on, and top of line, this and that, and don't even know who you sleep with. You sleep with the enemy all day, but you call yourself. You don't want to be with a black man, but yet You want us as black people, as black men and women, to give your mother or send y'all a GoFundMe, and y'all raised over $60,000 already to bring your body back in. Bring your body back for what? You went over there, so won't you get your ass back? Won't ask him. He's your fiance. He should be willing to pay. Why should people be going? He's a billionaire. Why should somebody else should be having to go from me? So that show you how much he cared for. He didn't give a damn about you. He didn't. He told your mother 11 hours after this and that happened. After they deleted you. I'm not gonna say alleged after he deleted you or had somebody else delete you. Point blank period. Because we know that you can't collect your money if you off yourself if you got a life insurance policy. So 9 times out of 10, with the money he got, he's gonna tell somebody to take that beef so he can get that money. And he said, you take this beef, I'm gonna take care of your family. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. I guarantee you, we're gonna find a twist in some kind of shape, form, or fashion. Because one thing about social media, we always getting on top of our stuff. And when we get on top of our stuff, people listen. People don't listen to the news because the news will have cut it all up. But we as influencers and podcasters and things like that, we gonna get the truth out there, regardless how you want to listen, where you want to believe it or not. But 9 times out of 10, he's gonna have somebody take the fall because over there in Africa and all of I ain't gonna say just over there, all African countries, in Nigerian countries too. They love these. Well, they love these clear people, man. They love these devils. Man. We're gonna keep it 100. They love them, man. They love them down to their funky drawers. And they say, what? Why do we love the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. And all the devil gonna do is give you promises. I'm promised I got you. I'm gonna do this and do that and give you nothing. What she did, just like her mother. Y'all seen the picture on my social media page. I'm quite sure y'all seen it around. Her mother has a clear. She got a white husband or whatever he's supposed to be to her. She got biracial kids. She even spoke to herself. I want to have biracial kids. Well, hey, sweetheart, you'll never see a biracial kid now. The only biracial thing you'll see is your body turn a different color once you put in that ground. Or once you turn, once when she deceased, you got turn color, you get pale and everything. That's the closest you're gonna come to a biracial child. And she's gonna be her own biracial child. But at the end of the day, once again, y'all good ladies call yourself bad bitches and all that. Make sure when y'all go on these trips like this, you leave a note saying, I'm a bad bitch. I left that life insurance policy on my mattress, or I left that life insurance policy in that what's that safety deposit box, so they can take care of you. You shouldn't have to. I mean, with all the money, and they talking about how fluent she was with all these Rick Ross and these videos and all this, and all of a sudden, the bad bitch is no longer here. So why your mother them ain't got some of that bad bitch money, or you left them a bad bitch a note behind and let them know if something would happen to you? Your mother wouldn't have to go to a GoFundMe and ask them beg for people. And me personally, I don't think no black person, especially no black man, should put that one penny up towards. And I just said, oh, why you say that could be your daughter? If my daughter act like that, I feel the same way. My daughter was telling y'all, and I'm a black man, and I'm quite sure her father feel some type of offended by her saying, damn, that's how you feel. I'm your black father. I'm your father that you claim you love, but yet you tell me you gonna deal with this because you figure the grass is green on the other side, and we ain't gonna assume that that's what she had in mind. Well, he's gonna take care of me. He got this big yacht, he got this private jet, he got all this money, he's crypto, he's a billionaire, and he show you a few things and you get all sized up and you just go out in left field. Why your bad ass ain't get yourself a life insurance policy? Why somebody else gotta do all this? You should have had your own life insurance policy. But this man goes with you, not your girlfriend. You just a girlfriend. I'm playing. I ain't gonna say. I said concubine because I'm quite sure they said he had plenty of girlfriends, maybe boyfriends over there. I don't know. You know how freaky they can be. He had all these people going over there. All of a sudden now you want us as black people and people on social media to have sympathy for you. Sympathy for you what? You got your own sisters don't even got sympathy for you. And some of these clear people, he don't even have no sympathy for you because life ass was deleted. What he's doing? He was the one. He was going business as usual. He was doing his trading thing. Ain't care nothing about you. Like I said, called your mother 11 hours later. But you want us to feel sorry for us, the black community. Oh man, you gotta feel some type of compassion. Once I say it again, for you Bible toting and Bible reading people, read the Bible, John 8:44. Look it up right now if you get a chance. Once again, John 8, chapter 8, verse 44. This speaks about him. Not 110% it speaks about her. Once again, I'm gonna say it again. John 8:44. Chapter 8, verse 44. Read it for yourself. It speaks about them. Since y'all people want to do it. And don't say, oh Marvin, you just making it fit yourself. No, I'm telling you the truth. Since y'all want to believe everything else, y'all believe everything else in mystery of Jesus in the sky and God in the sky, and don't believe in what you see the gods and the Jesus you see every day in your face. Read that. Since you read Bible all the time, that I'm giving you scripture. Don't get out here and don't get all spooked out now and say, "Oh, I'm gone, man. He didn't say it at all." Because I know that's how some of you guys feeling right now. Oh, Marvin, man, you taking it too far. No, I'm telling you the truth. And sometimes people can't handle the truth. Just like Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth. But I'm here to tell you the truth. She wanted to be true. The truth of the matter is, she went over there, and I'm quite the sister did not delete herself. We're gonna erase that. There's no kind. If y'all seen the closet, go on my page and look at the closets. She's supposed to have deleted herself or strung herself up on a little with a rope up on this little railing where she can down there. She have to crunch and she has to actually literally put it around there and actually sit on her butt in order to do something like that to herself. Ain't no way she can stand up and do that. She had to get on, actually put it on there and actually put her back up again and slouch down. And she had to do it hard enough where there's enough force for almost pretty much to break her, break her neck, point blank period. It's no kind of way. She was too tall to be standing up to do something like that to herself. And then ask yourself, how these people found her. Let me check this out. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can go on.
Dating term. The situation allegedly became so intense that hotel staff had to step in and separate them in.
But the whole thing, man, why are they don't even deal with each other. That young lady is 30, 31 years old. 31 years old. They probably haven't been together probably since the girl was probably about 5 or 6 or 7, 8 years old or something like that. She has a whole new family. She has a whole new biracial family with this white man. Why he's not there? Why he's a stepfather? Stepfather. If I was a stepfather and my stepdaughter was something happened to her, I will be there. She would be in the middle of us. I mean, hey, I gotta say, you probably that's you are the dad, but where's your husband at? Why he ain't speaking out? Is he friends with this guy or something? That's his brother or his cousin or something, family member or something. Because I'm trying to figure out why isn't her husband there? She with the baby father as we call it, or the baby daddy as we call it. In the hood. She with the baby daddy. Where's your husband? He should be having some type of concern, right? Hey, man, this is like she was my daughter. I helped raise her. I helped do this. But her mother saying that all spring her, oh, wait, look, girl, look how he treat me. Look at this big old house I'm down there. I ain't gotta work. I ain't gotta do this. See, these black devils, they ain't gonna do nothing but use and abuse. Well, I say, hey, you seen that he's probably caught all types of nigger bees and everything. And that's why they was always fussing, because she had a slick mouth.
Different rooms just to calm things down. That one detail alone has already sent social media into overdrive. People are.
You mean you can look at this, man? Come on, man. This is a helter skelter looking Joker, man. This Joker look like Pinhead on the movies, man. Look at him. He just ain't got the pants head. He's a wolf, what you call a wolf in sheep clothing. And she can't see it. Everybody on social media say, this man gonna delete you one day. This man gonna do this, but you know what? Nah, I'm good, girl. I'm trying. I'm a bad bitch. I'm influenced. So where you influence somebody at? You should have over 50K. Wise people your mother raising. They say goal is to raise 50K to bring your body back. Why is that? I'm trying to figure out where was your money at? Or you was just that self and that greed that say, I'm gonna keep all my money. I ain't letting my mother them do nothing. Why you ain't ask one of your family members to travel over there with you? You was over in a whole nother country. And 9 times out of 10, that country is definitely not gonna go in your favor. Because they love these people. They love them. He's a billionaire, and they said he was known over there. He had 10 plus other girlfriends over there. So who to say that you wasn't that sacrificial lamb that's supposed to go over there for that? Because you was bad luck to him. You don't care how bad you is. I guarantee you take off that makeup and that hair out your head, you look hideous. You look terrible. I promise you that. You just look like you got a whole bunch of funeral home makeup on your face. And I'm not trying to talk bad about you, but some of y'all sisters, y'all know how y'all are, man. You look, I guarantee you take half of that stuff off of you. More than just take it all off and see if he really got love for you. Only thing you might have is had the body for it, but over there, the facial wise, I can guarantee you, he looks nothing like that in person.
Asking what caused the argument, how serious it really was, and whether there were warning signs before things spiraled out of control. Police have not released every detail.
Look at her face, man. You can't tell me if she take that makeup off, she looks nothing like that. She's looked nothing like she does right now if she took that makeup off her face. You can't tell me that. I can bet whatever amount of money she looks nothing like that without that makeup. She take that makeup off her face now, boy, boy, boy.
But the fact that staff felt the need to physically separate the couple has only added more mystery to an already heartbreaking case. Sources say the argument happened inside the hotel where the couple had been staying during their trip. Staff members reportedly noticed tension between Ashlee and Joe, and things quickly became loud enough that workers felt they had no choice but to get involved. One report claims Ashlee was moved into a separate room while Joe stayed somewhere else for the night. That move was apparently meant to cool things.
And tell me this. How many hotels did you ever went to in your life, ever in your life, where you got a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever significant other, and hotel people to separate y'all? What it make that make sense to me? How do a hotel decide where, hey, you know what, y'all are fussing too much? You move up in room 1354 and you stay down at room 1211. Make it make sense. How many people, how many hotels you ever went to when you see a person in hall? And I'm quite sure y'all done went to a hotel somewhere and you see a couple get into it in a hotel, people just automatically do it. So you mean they're gonna give you a free room? They're gonna say, oh yeah, you move up here and you move down there like y'all kids or something. You move up here and you stay down here. Make that make sense. Don't you think that's gonna cost some money? Or they're gonna say, look, if y'all can't do this, what they gonna do? They're gonna call the people, they're gonna call the popo on you, and they're gonna let the police decide who stay and who go or whatever. They're not gonna say, okay, you move up in that room and you move in that room. That don't even make sense right there.
And stop the situation from getting any worse. But now that decision is being looked at in a completely different way. People online are wondering what happened.
Look how scary she look. Come on, man. Look at this. Look at her face. No, as a matter of fact, that's the ex-wife. I thought that was her for a minute. That's his ex-wife. She looked discouraged. She was smart. The ex-wife was smart. She got the hell away from Helter Skelter. She got the hell away from him. She knew that something was gonna go down one day. Even though I think she got two children around or whatever, two little children. I mean, I think these children like under 4 years old, 4 years old, and he just moving around like that freely. I mean, we know a lot of brothers got a lot of different baby mothers and stuff like that, but he's a billionaire. He seems like he should be a little bit more smart. Like, hold on, I'm not gonna have all these babies by these black women so they can take my money. See now, a black man would have had a whole bunch of babies. He'd have been up shit's creek as far as the child support. Now this is the ex-wife. That's not even the one he's with. Look how scary she looked. She got out.
The couple was separated, and whether there was more going on behind closed doors than anyone realized at the time.
Once again, look at this picture. Now, now let me check it out. Oh, I'm glad I seen this. I want y'all to see this. This is the first time this is on TMZ then. This is the first time that you seen her clear husband there, which is his ex-wife or baby mother, and him. And Pills boy don't plastic face. He does paste face boy. See? This is what she learned at. And see, you see that brother, he's sticking with his own kind. Check this out. The brother's sticking with his own kind. But this is where her daughter got this bullshit from. Let me turn this over a little bit. You see, this is the mother right here. That's her husband. Why he's not making no noise? Why is he ain't making no noise? But this is the father, this is the girl father, and this is his queen. He's still sticking with his guy. See, he's still sticking. He ain't worried about no biracial bull crap. Once again, look at him. That's her husband, the clear boy. That's the baby father. Man, look, he's still sticking with Queens. He ain't jump ship. He know the grass wasn't green on the side. He could easily got a white woman and moved on about his business. But this is where she taught her daughter, you don't need these darkies right here. Get one of them. They're gonna take care of you. He took care, all right. He took care of it right now. She ain't even here no more. He definitely took care of that.
Seems to raise even more questions, and the story is only getting more complicated. Then came another twist that changed the conversation in a major way. Since Ashlee's death, there have been claims and rumors spreading online about her personal life and the kind of lifestyle she wanted. Some people have alleged that Ashlee may have worked as an escort, while others say she was simply trying to live a glamorous life and surround herself with luxury. At this point, none of those claims have been officially confirmed, and many people
Mm,
are warning others
it
not to
probably
jump to
was. It
conclusions.
probably was.
Still, those allegations have exploded across social media, and they
Listen,
have completely shifted how some people are looking at the case. Suddenly,
now how can he be 14 years old, older than her, in which we know we don't really look, I'm not even looking at the age right now. But she's trying to make, if you notice a picture of him, if you seen a picture of him when he was with his wife, he's dressed more modest, like his age, like his 50 something years old he is. With her, she trying to teach him to dress like hip hoppers, you know what I mean? Man, this man is not ready for no, wearing no polo gear and all that and trying to act like he's years old. See, I hate to say it, even Eve. Remember, Eve used to be with a Rough Rider. She did the same thing to her billionaire clear husband that she with now. They try to. One thing about black women trying to get youthful. When they youthful, they want to get him look. Look, we don't want to have you looking all old and contract. All broke down and everything. So you got to dress like this. See, this is the transformation that he's probably wasn't even ready for. He wanted to be modest. He wanted to wear suits like like a businessman. She wanted to dress him all that. No, you ain't got to do this. And she had a vicious mouth. Anybody?
strangers online
She
started
had a
digging
vicious
through
mouth.
old photos, old posts, and even comments from people who claimed they knew Ashley. Some pointed to pictures of expensive trips,
See,
designer bags, fancy
that's
dinners,
all she
and
wanted.
luxury hotels as proof that she wanted a high end lifestyle. But others pushed back hard and said that wanting nice things does not prove anything at all. One person online wrote that
It proved a whole lot. It proved that she's not here no more because she wanted it. That's the lifestyle she wanted. One thing about I know about all influencers, they want to be famous. I could be look, one thing about you ain't gotta be famous. Just give me the money. I ain't gotta talk about me. As long as I got the bread and made to live comfortably, I ain't gotta have no $100 million and all that. If you give me enough money where I can live comfortably and ain't gotta worry about the things of the world and have to buy this and when I'll pay this and how I'm gonna live and all this. That's all I need. I don't need this, but we got so many black women out here, and it's the majority of black women. You notice all these influencers they didn't get deleted. A lot of them easily they getting deleted fast as they come, or they be on their high horse, or they winners and going this and doing that. For they getting deleted. They getting deleted fast and man.
Ashley made it very clear she wanted the soft life, while
That's what she
another
wanted.
claimed she was always chasing a rich lifestyle.
That's what she
But
doing.
there are also people defending her and saying that women are often judged unfairly just for posting glamorous photos
Oh,
or enjoying
here we
nice
go.
things. They
Go
argue that there is a huge difference between rumors and facts, and that Ashley deserves respect no matter what. That is where
See, you see how he dressed now? This is how a billionaire want to be dressed or should be dressed. She trying to change this whole lingo up. Oh, dress with this polo on. Wear these wear these Louis Vuitton this, wear this Fendi jacket and all this. That's not him. That was never him. And once again, how many people did you know that you ever went with for a year or maybe two and you got a life insurance policy? And I'm quite sure it wasn't no $1 million insurance policy. He lost more than that by being with her. Maybe she was bad luck for him. Maybe he felt it was just bad luck. Because as they said, she had plenty of girls over in that same alley. So he took her to a place he brought sand to the beach that he didn't have to do. I'm
get
just saying.
really messy because instead of focusing only on what happened, a lot of people have turned the case into a debate about who Ashley was as a person. Some are treating the rumors like they are already proven, while others say the internet is crossing the line and turning a
No, it's
tragedy
not.
into gossip. One supporter even posted, "Nobody knows what she was really going through, so stop acting like you do." Meanwhile, police are continuing their investigation and say they are looking at every possible angle. Authorities have confirmed that they are speaking with hotel staff, reviewing security footage, and trying to build a timeline of Ashley and Joe's final hours together. They have also said that the argument between the couple is a major part of the investigation, but they are not rushing to make conclusions. Joe McCann has also become the center of attention in all of this. Since news broke that he and Ashley had argued before her death, people have been watching his every move and analyzing everything connected to him. Some people believe the argument could be the key to understanding what happened, while others say it's dangerous to assume guilt without knowing the full story. So far, there has been no official statement saying Joe is responsible for Ashley's death.
But we know better, right? That's what they did.
The internet has been moving fast and making all kinds of assumptions. People are sharing screenshots, posting theories, and acting like they already know exactly what
We
happened.
know.
One person even claimed there's no way staff would separate them if it wasn't serious. Another replied, that
Facts.
still doesn't mean anybody knows the truth. The back and forth has been nonstop. There's also a growing conversation about whether Ashley felt trapped in the relationship or if there were deeper issues that
She
nobody
ain't feel
saw from the
trapped.
outside. Some people believe the argument may have been about money, jealousy, trust, or even the lifestyle Ashley wanted. Others think there may
I mean, it definitely was jealousy, the trust issues because, like I said, when she was there, he wanted to stay down the club. He wanted to party. He wanted other women. He might have been trying to bring a threesome back there, and so she wasn't going for it. No, you're not bringing this back. And who to say? I don't know if it's might have been a woman or a man. You never know what these billionaires and these guys get money. When they got money, they start acting real funny. I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, she sparked something to work from him because it's a cause and effect. He just didn't do it for no reason. Maybe it's a money grab. And once again, me personally, I believe that if they come back and say and try to say he did it, somebody's gonna take the fall guy. Because one thing about Africans love white folks, man. We're gonna keep it 100. They love them, man. Look how many Nigerians and African ladies marrying these guys. Make it make
pressure
sense.
building for a long time, and that the fight in Zanzibar was only the breaking point. Friends
Hmm.
and people who followed Ashley online described her as ambitious, stylish, and someone who dreamed big. They say she wanted more out of life and was not afraid to show it. She posted pictures that looked
Hmm.
polished and glamorous, and she often gave the impression that she was chasing a life filled with travel, success, and luxury. But behind those photos, some now believe there may have been struggles that nobody could see until it was too late. That's
And I'm trying to figure out how was the struggle if she was making this type of money? As you know, like I said, social media can make you look a lot of ways. You know, especially when some of these people put on these Gucci outfits and all on the boots, the jacket, the hats, and the luggage that go along with it. I mean, some of this stuff we know a lot of this stuff is fake, man. We know we ain't gonna even try to say all this stuff is real deal and all that. We know it's fake. You can get it made, especially go to Chinatown, anywhere in New York, get a whole outfit made and then say, "Oh, I can buy this from the Louis Vuitton and the Fendi store and the Gucci store," and you can show all these fake receipts. It is what it is. And saying life is what you make it sometimes. And she just made a wrong decision. That's in my opinion.
the reason why this case has grabbed so much attention. On the outside, everything may have looked perfect, but behind the scenes, there may have been tension, pressure, and problems that stayed hidden until it was too late.
Facts.
People are now realizing that what they see online is not always the full story. As investigators continue digging for answers,
And me personally, I believe, this is my opinion, I believe that she wanted to let everybody know that she's dealt with this guy. This guy didn't want that. I'm quite sure you got a lot of rich billionaire friends. Like, hold on, man, you just already did. You didn't. They already had a few of these little darkies. You continue to have. Now you want to get a younger one, and then she's sassy out the mall. Who to say it? I'm quite sure she ain't know what to say out the mall because she was cool. You know, when I seen her, she's a nice looking sister, chocolate little sister. But at the end of the day, when she opened her mouth, it was like, oh, she might be beautiful on the outside, but her inside personality was very ugly to me.
biggest question remains the same. What really happened between Ashley and Joe in those final hours? The argument, the separate rooms, the rumors about Ashley's lifestyle, and the non-stop speculation have all turned this into a story filled with mystery and heartbreak. For now, many people are calling for patience and fairness while the investigation continues. They say it's important to wait for real facts instead of getting caught up in rumors and wild theories, because at the center of all this is a young woman who lost her life and a case that still has more questions than answers.
All right, hear me out.
And
And
listen,
maybe this is just me,
listen to it now.
but I just thought about it because I was driving on my way home. I'd really be ready to cut a nigga off over smoke.
Whoa, I was really ready to cut a nigga off. He wasn't dealing with a nigga. He was dealing with. I ain't gonna even say the word.
The littlest thing, I just be turned off. Like,
Listen,
ugh. It was mad people in the regular lane, and the express lane was
listen.
clear as I'm zooming through that. Passing, as a grown man, In 2023, living in the state of Florida, specifically Dade County, Broward County, doing without a sun pass. Like honestly, you want to just vibe the traffic. Vibe.
Wow.
Could take you 15 minutes to get somewhere. You want to chill out for the next 45 minutes sitting in a regular lane for what?
You got money
it ain't
for
gonna
that?
work with you, baby. It ain't gonna work.
Wow.
It ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
I'm
why.
talking about,
That's why nobody. That's
open to express things faster. Da, da, da. Nah, like I ain't finna do all that.
because the white man gonna
Drive
do
over
that.
them cones to get home.
People online are now.
You see what I mean? Let me back this up just a tiny bit. So this is exactly why this man probably, and I ain't just say this is exactly why she got deleted probably. Because she don't know to say out her damn mouth. Pum, let me get in that lane. Are you gonna pay for that ticket? Are you gonna pay for that express lane? Or you can't, I mean, somebody might just say, I'm not gonna spend on unnecessary money. But being though you figure you got the easy life with the white boy, you can manipulate him to do that. You can't do that. Just like black man. When a black man go with a white woman, they know they got the easiest thing. They can tell them what they want to do, how they want to do it. And 9 times out of 10, they can even be on the down low and they're still accept it. See, a black woman ain't gonna accept all that. A real black woman not gonna accept that bull crap. But they will. A white woman to do that. So she figured, he's man, he's a piece of cat. I can control him. See, you're not gonna have a brother where you can dictate and tell him to run over some cones to go in the express lane because you in a rush to go somewhere. No, I'm sitting there 45 minutes, save and keep my money in my pocket. But you figure you're a being, you got money to spend. It's easy. Make it make sense. But listen to him.
Dade County, Broward County.
Listen to him.
Doing without a sun pass. Like honestly, you want to just vibe the traffic. Vibe. Could take you 15 minutes to get somewhere. You want to chill out for the next 45 minutes sitting in a regular lane for what? It ain't gonna work with you, baby. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about, yo, babe, get open to express things faster. Da, da, da. Nah, like I ain't finna do all that. Drive over them cones to get home.
People online are now digging even deeper into Joe McCann's social media, and this is where the story takes another wild turn. A lot of people noticed that Joe still has photos up with a woman many believe is his wife, along with posts about his children. But at the same time, there are no photos of Ashlee anywhere on his page, even though Ashlee had been publicly calling him her fiancé and sharing parts of their relationship online. That discovery has sent social media into a frenzy, because if Joe really was still married, then people are asking the same questions over and over again. Did Ashlee know about the wife, or was she being sold a dream that was never fully real? Was she told that Joe was separated or divorced, only to later find out that was not true? Some people think the truth could have played a major role in the argument that happened the night Ashlee died. They are wondering if Ashlee may have found out something during the trip that completely changed everything. Others believe the alleged wife may have discovered the trip, the engagement, or the posts Ashlee had been making online. Nobody knows for sure, but the timing has people talking non-stop. Then there is another question that has been making rounds all over social media. Was the engagement even real, or was it more of a social media image tied to the lifestyle Ashlee often talked about online? Ashlee had built a big audience around what many people called the divestment lifestyle. That community is made up of women who talk openly about raising their standards and dating outside of their usual type or background. For Ashlee, that often meant talking about wanting a better life, more luxury, more support, and more success. She was very open about those ideas on her page. One post that keeps getting shared online allegedly showed Ashlee saying, "Every day, Black men wake up and find new ways to embarrass us." That post got a lot of attention, and many people believe it showed
exactly who she was. But yet you got your family, your black father, and your biracial married mother asking for $50,000 to bring your body up. What happened to your bad bitch money? Man, what man trying to feel? You was that much of a bad bitch that you couldn't trust your family to say, I got insurance policy, or I got this much money over here in my account. If something go wrong and it's your act funny style on me and I can't get back home, then here the money go in this account and get this money, get me back home and push come to shove. Not to say that far as her being deleted, but I'm saying if she had to get the problem, if he just said I'm not giving you nothing, and then she needed the money to get back home, what was your money? That's what I'm saying. Hopefully some of y'all bad bitches learn from a dumb bad bitch to never do something like this. And to stay within your own kind. Or if you do the venture out there, make sure you be on smart. Make sure that you have somebody with you, or have your phone number, or have your finances ready. So if something were to happen to you, like you learn from her. There's a lot of you been deleted right now, and you seem like y'all don't learn from it. Y'all continue want to live that rich and rock star life, and y'all ain't even built like that. Y'all ain't got rock star money, but y'all want to chase behind. That's the wrong with a lot of you black women nowadays. They want somebody that's already made. They want an already made man that's making 6 figures or more, got a big business, got a big house, got all this. But what you bring to the table? What can you bring? Do you got 6 figures? Do you got a big house? Do you have all this exotic stuff? No, you don't have that. Everybody nowadays, as we see, influencers majority. That's why a lot of y'all in the grave and cemeteries right now, because y'all want to be bigger than the program. I'm just keeping it 100.
Where Ashlee stood when it came to dating and relationships. Whether people agreed with her or not, Ashlee was not shy about speaking her mind. Then Joe entered the picture. Joe appeared to be everything Ashlee had been talking about for years. He was successful, wealthy, involved in the crypto world, and seemed to fit the lifestyle Ashlee had been promoting online. From the outside, it looked like she finally got the dream she had been chasing. Ashlee posted photos of trips, expensive dinners, beautiful views, luxury hotels, and what looked like a picture perfect relationship. To some followers, it seemed like she had finally reached the life she always said she wanted. But now, after her death, some critics are looking back at those same posts very differently. There are people online who believe Ashlee was not just showing a luxury lifestyle, but possibly creating a brand around it. Critics have claimed that Ashlee was selling an image without ever clearly showing where the money came from. They point out that while Ashlee reportedly had a hair care business, there was not much content on her page showing products, sales, or business promotions. Ashlee's friends strongly disagree with that criticism. They have said Ashlee really did own a hair care brand and that she was doing well for herself. According to them, Ashlee worked hard and was building a future. They believe people online are.
My thing is, if you build a line and you claim you want to discredit people, sometimes you got to show receipts. If she was making it that much, why is you talking about digging in a GoFundMe for $50,000? I mean, she should have made over $50,000. I mean, the minimum of $50,000 she should have made if she was doing so well. She was in a lot of people's videos, and she wasn't in white videos. She was in black videos. Rick Ross, the list goes on. Kevin Gates and all these other rappers and whoever else she might have been in. Where was the money at? You mean talking about she couldn't? They didn't have $50,000 put away on the savings account somewhere where her mother had some type of she could have, easy had some, type of contact where she can go in there and get this money out to do all this. Why is, make it make sense, people.
Fairly judging her now that she is no longer here to defend herself. Still, critics continue asking questions. They say if the business was doing well, why were there so few posts about it? Why did most of Ashlee's page focus on luxury travel, relationships, and expensive experiences instead of products and business updates? That has led some people to make unfair assumptions and spread rumors that Ashlee may have been involved in something else. However, there is no confirmed evidence to support those claims. The biggest shock for many people has been Joe's own online history. In several posts from 2021 through 2024, Joe reportedly spoke openly about having a wife and 2 young children. In one post, he even used the phrase, "My wife is black," during an argument online. People are still trying to figure out what that conversation was about, but the post is now being shared everywhere. There was also reportedly a Facebook post in December 2025 where Joe celebrated a birthday and referred to himself as Dad. That alone made people even more confused because if Joe was still posting as a husband and father only a few months ago, then what exactly was his relationship with Ashlee? Some people believe Joe may have gone through a private separation or divorce that never became public. Others think he may still be legally married while seeing Ashlee. Right now, there is no official proof either way. That uncertainty has created a lot of rumors online.
Well, as y'all have it, it is what it is, and the sister's no longer here. But at the end of the day, I can only blame her. her mother for all this foolishness what she went through. I mean, I can't get it no simpler than that. Her mother saying that hey, and she followed the example of her mother. I mean, point blank period. I mean, that doesn't take a rocket science to see that. So if anyway, make sure y'all like, share, and now leave a comment, tell me what you think about the situation. And that's real talk. I'm gonna keep it 100. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And that's real talk.